be the greatest that you ever hated, that you ever.
Take that pain, pass it down like bottles on the wall. Mama, there's no one left to call. You stay up counting down the days till you make your escape, but you're afraid you can outrun what's running through your veins. Oh, you're carrying the weight in the dead of night on that broken road. I won't let you walk alone. Oh, my brother, you don't have to follow in your bloodline.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be our visitors taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from Cincinnati. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Let's get set.
Play action. It's Burrow. And incomplete to open things up.
And they want to get him going early in this one because, remember, he struggled throwing the football last week, and he's firing away to start this one. But that one was incomplete.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
At the 60-yard line.
Jackson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Still on his feet. How about this? And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now it's Jackson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Chris Olave, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They're going to look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Ryan Rico now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
You talk about this Bengals defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And he's got this down to the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Jackson from the shotgun. There's Evans again, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
A gain of 22 yards. Results in
up the middle, it's Hampton. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Here's Jackson to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play, because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Mike Evans from 17 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
1st down.
Here we go, here we go.
From the gun, a give to Brown. They find some open field here. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They go right back to the ground here in Brown. And it'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
On one, ready?
From the 33, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
This is Brown going up the middle. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here we go.
Now Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Here's Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. 34 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Look at Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
It's now
Here we go.
2nd and 6.
Burrow will throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Kyle Hamilton running up from his safety spot and earning the sack. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. That'll be caught by St. Brown. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit.
On one, right?
And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 51 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Ross St. Brown with an amazing diving catch. And the Bengals are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to keep the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB.
That's caught at the 25. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
One more, ready?
And Jackson throwing once more. This is caught by Evans. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
At the 7-yard line.
Jackson now. Toward the pylon, caught. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the...
And it's caught. Touchdown. Chris Olave as the first half is winding down. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Bengals 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
There we go.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Open man is chased complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Gun. Dot. 11. Dot. Right 80.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He'll fire deep, looking for more. They've got his man complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Bengals 14.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Breaks through the contact. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. His first catch of this third quarter, he had 7 in the first half. It's also a first down.
It's a gain of 10 and a first down.
They'll work inside here. Hampton. Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones are.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Across the line and to the ball quickly there, Trey Hendrickson. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Jackson. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Quick, ready?
From the gun, it's Jackson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Mike Evans with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Luke now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And he powers his way past the 30. Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down.
That's good for a Bengals.
Here we go.
This is Brown on the draw play. They see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. That was Travis Jones working his way through and sticking him behind the line.
Here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event,
Lamar Jackson, 43 yards. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
the party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
On one, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
And the Bengals first down.
Gun.
First and 10.
Now it's Burrow.
1-yard line.
Got a man open, it's Chase. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He will find his man Chase complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Jamar Chase, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth-quarter deficit.
42. Bengals 21.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
77 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but
But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And this offense on third down today, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Jackson. Over the middle to Evans. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26.
Tyler Luke on for the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. 2nd down and 3.
Let's get set.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That's good for a Bengals first
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. Under pressure, and down he goes. Kyle Hamilton able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
11. Here we go.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Jamar Chase, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit. Burrow and the Bengals offense staying put. They'll go for 2 here.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. But a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
What?